Hi, welcome to my video. Here you will see my first 100 days in Stardew Valley. A journey so awesome that I almost cried at the end. To make it more interesting, I decided not to watch guides or research the most efficient strategies. Because personally, I think this game isn't about productivity or speedruns, it's about chill and vibe. But of course, I added some challenges for fun. So you will see if I can finish the community center in my first year. Never I managed to get married, and who will I choose in my little love triangle or even square. You will also learn about my impressions of the game, its amazing mechanics and simply funny moments. So let's begin from the first day. I didn't spend much time on the character creator, just made something quick that looks a bit like me. For a pet I picked up a white cat, it just seemed the prettiest. To skip the long intro, here is the short version. Our grandpa left us a farm and we decided to move there, escaping the dull routine of office red life. I also chose a farm on the river, because I thought it was the easiest way for a beginner to farm money. But that was actually a mistake. I'll explain why later, because right now I need to clear the area and plant my first partnership seeds in the game, and also get some materials for my chest, since there is a very little space in the inventory at the beginning. To keep things simple and make the place look nicer, I started by clearing the trash around the house, but I left some grass to grow for later because I'm a greedy man. After finishing with the small logs, I moved on to chopping down trees. For someone used to city life, this wasn't an easy task and it took a lot of energy. But I had to make sure I got enough wood on the very first day for a chest. I had a plan. Plus, I needed to level up my foraging so I could start planting trees as soon as it's possible. Then I shook the trees in the hope of getting something, and since my energy was running out very quickly, I went for a walk. I found leek and wild horseradish along the way. It's awesome, of course, but my slots are running out, so I came back to make a chest right away. Now I can put this in the corner, free my shoulders and go for a light walk. Because if you can't recharge your energy with the help of a bed, if you play alone because you have no friends, there is no much else to do. And I don't know why, but I still shook the trees I came across, even though I am 90% sure that pine cones don't fall from them without foraging skill. By the way, I did mention that this is my first time playing through the game, but I had tried before, although I never made it past the first month. Because you know, playing with people is always very hard because somebody cannot continue or I have deals, so you know, fuck it. And technically I got a lot of experience from the beginning of the game, but later I will don't know what to do and you will see that. I was hoping to find something interesting in the area, but so far I've only met a woman. Surprisingly, she was nice to me, but that's all. Then I met a strange old man by the river. All he said to me was, "Stranger, hello." I found a daffodil in the center of the village. I also decided to rummage through the trash cans while no one was looking. I won't go back to the office no matter how humiliating it might be. Link to my OnlyFans in the description. Since I still had some money left, I decided to buy seeds so as not to waste time and to level up my farming skill faster. Potato seeds seem like a reasonable choice to me and I just like this vegetable. Then I bumped into a lot of women on the street. Everything seemed to be smoothly, but I almost died from the level of tension at that moment. I think Emily is very pretty, she welcomed me warmly, but I don't like dyed hair. So as soon as she turned away, I continued searching through the trash cans and was extremely happy to find the pine cone. Then I found a dandelion, I picked up a couple of logs along the way. It turned out that the road was quite badly blocked at the bottom, it's a good thing that I brought my tools. But I need to conserve energy now. So I didn't clear it completely because I need stamina to hold the ground, plant potatoes and water them today. Then my energy was completely gone. I looked around my property and went to bed. It was the first day and I didn't make any progress because there was nothing to sell. Then I woke up. I found a letter from Willy, a local fisherman, so I know what I'll be doing today. But first I'll water the garden. Lucky there are no crows. After finishing watering, I was about to set off, but then I remembered that I needed to empty my inventory. After all, a lot of fish were waiting for me. On the way, I met Shane. He wasn't very polite to me and he looks aggressive. Here we have our first fishing rod, and luckily I found the bubbles right away. In fact, I'm very bad with these posers, so I will level up slowly, it seems like that. My first fish was a sardine, but at least it had a silver star. However, after the second one, my luck evaporated. But I plan to fish until I fill up my inventory. So I got the first chest. In fact, it was not an easy task to get it. I got 10 by it, but I can only use it when I buy a better fishing rod. So I don't know if it was worth it, especially since it is very easy to buy for 5 coins. And then I was running out of energy. I pulled out the most important thing in my life, sea jelly, because I need energy. But room in my inventory was over, I had to go home. Then I met this giga chat with the face of a god and hair more luxurious than Elizabeth II. I realized that this was my destiny, but unfortunately I need to go. But on the way back I met a blonde and remembered that I am straight. My original plan was to get to Fisherman level 5 to sell all my cash for 20% more. Then I planted the seed that I caught in the chest. I would like to tell you all these details, but then the video would be 10 hours long. So here is my catch and I am going to bed. Yeah, I almost lost all my loot that I got from this big chest, but it's okay, it's in safety, don't worry. I got level 2 fishing and first gathering. Now I can do my favorite thing, collecting pine cones. I received a very strange letter this morning. At first I didn't understand what it was. But I think this is head seller from the very bottom of the map. The second one was advertisement of backpack. I was very happy that I could collect cones. So I went to cut down trees to spread them more. I took all my energy boosts and headed for the mountains. On the way I found wild horseradish again and the leek. I didn't notice that while playing, but just look at that little frog. I love this attention to detail. I decided to sell some of the fish because I can't be a beggar for long. It's disgusting. I also decided to plant rice seeds that I accidentally knocked out while fishing. Then I went to the beach across the city. Found clam and went fishing. I was actually hoping to catch something rare that only appears in the rain, and without knowing it I did it by catching an eel. The day was productive. I brought some fish from the ocean, and here is my supply in another chest. I got level 3 fishing and 700 gold, not bad for a start. I think without rain every day will be the same. But while I'm watering the garden, I want to draw your attention to the grass. Remember that one bush I left? Look how it's grown. And if I had cut it all down, this wouldn't have happened. Found a couple of cool things on the way to the city. I won't say why I'm going there. I was very lucky. Remember, I caught an amethyst while fishing. Well, I found a use for it right away and made a lot of money, at least for start. Wow, maybe I'm just still fishing and fell asleep. Guys, I swear to God, Shane just hate me. Maybe it's because I'm a white. Oh, got a corn. Met Penny for the first time, modest and red-haired. I love witches. Another daffodil in my collection. Wow, is this a hint, Maru? I think she's into me. Okay guys, I need to tell you. Actually, I came here to get potatoes. That's for me. Actually, the previous time I fished, I dropped some green algae, so don't wonder that I picked it up. Then I became home, I started to working on my garden to make it wider and put all potato seeds into work. Then I cleared the area of grass, got one seed and started clearing the trees. I just think the fastest I plant new trees, the more I'll have later. As long as I have extra energy, I can clear the entire area of my site. Then I finished with trees. I started to clear out area completely with stones, grass and something like that. Actually, I have a very small amount of trees around me, but it's enough for a first time anyway. Then, just for diversity, I caught some fish in the lake behind my house and nothing interesting was in there, so I went to bed. Then crows finally reached my garden, but I can't make a scarecrow yet. I need at least a second level of farming. But at least I harvested a parsnip, so here we go. Again, stupid advertisement, I know how it ends, not interesting Georgia, thanks. Of course I'm not forgot to water my plants, my dear plants. I took my amethyst out of the chest and went to fight Jody to complete the quest. But the problem was that I didn't know the characters' names, so I thought Jody was Robin and went to her. This was the first time I had to Google something to my shame. However, there was an easier way to look at the relationship log, but I didn't think of that at the time. Then I bought more seeds because I have an empty space in my garden now, so I need to fill it with something. Cleared up area a little bit, just for case. Then I made sure I had a brim because I needed it for the quest. Only one problem, that I forgot who Willy was. I have a bad memory for names and you have no idea what a long adventure it was just to find him. But at least I explored the city. I even found out about the tickets from Lewis by pure chance. Then I realized Willy was a fisherman and I went home to get resources from the area. Here I am cleaning a house where someone could live. If only I had friends to shoot a video. Then I went to sleep. I earned the ability to create a scarecrow and some useless coal processor. And got money for parsnip. I put 2 scarecrows in the garden, sold extra fish. Fortunately my garden is not big enough, so it don't took too long to water him, and now I'm going to the beach. Also I get a free 100 gold, maybe because I created a scarecrow, I'm not sure why. It's not explained a lot and I didn't check that before. On the way I wanted to buy some seeds, but Pierre was closed yet, so I decided search trash cans, of course, and I got a baguette, it's for free. Very good bread. In the end I bought what I wanted, but the old man was not there. I found out that I can change the flood. A smile is just what I need and you're like my friend. And I went fishing while waiting for Willy. The day was coming to an end. My pockets were overflowing and the old man still hadn't shown up. I had already resigned myself to the failure of the quest. But it turned out that the old rascal had been right next to me the whole time. That's not a lot of money, but I was going to go fishing anyway, so I went back to continue. I probably should have laid out the seeds at home right away, because there was extremely little space. I had to throw the loot straight onto the floor. There was so much coal, it was as if I was already in a mine. But I didn't leave until the bubbles were gone, and it took a long time. Unfortunately, Penny gave me a hint that she wasn't very happy to see me. Or so it seemed to me. Then I came home, I started gardening, and I need to clear up my inventory. My supplies now look something like this. And I need tools to plant the rest of the garden. After I finished watering, I went fishing because I saw bubbles, but they disappeared as soon as I arrived. After that, I went to bed. I got level 4 fishing and some money from things I didn't need. At the morning, I received a blueprint for the furnace from a Clint. Then I gathered my potatoes and sold them immediately. Then watering. By the way, I haven't checked the upper road for a long time. And I want to fish in the mountains, so it's a good way to me to gather some stuff from the ground and to get in my fishing place. Luck smiled on me today. I pulled out a diamond on the second try, a very valuable thing, but I gonna keep it and it gonna help me later, you will see how. Of course, my inventory space ran out very quickly and I returned to the base to stack my loot. I am clearing the grass on the plot. It constantly prevents me from getting to or from the lower passage, so I need to put an end to this. And there are also a lot of trees here and I need more materials. I think I can do this whole day because it's a good anti-stress when you see how you clearing area. It's like a game when all you should to do is a clear and it's really good one. When I returned, I was very happy that no one had stolen my resources. To be honest, I completely forgot about them. In any case, thank you Elliot for guarding my loot. I now have a lot of fish. Unfortunately, my place in the inventory prevents me from relaxing completely, but I need to reach level 5 to sell fish at a higher price. Excuse me, I have hiccups without reason. So I decided to sell some of my fish because I don't have a lot of room in my chest already. I also got a recipe from the TV. I never thought that this crop could be useful and went to the bed. Unfortunately, nothing today except money, but I got a decent amount at least. In the morning, I had 2 potatoes waiting for me in my garden, and also the need to water it. I went to town because I need to finish a quest and buy a couple of seeds. I loot the baskets while they are all closed, and I got a filed snack. Very decent loot for trash can. As always, Shane was rude to me, but I gonna pick up the loot that I maybe kicked out previous time, but I didn't have place for it. I don't remember when exactly that happens, but I don't wanna know. Actually, that's not doesn't matter. I took a few different seats for variety because I need to finish the community center, but I didn't even know yet what things I need for that. I finally found Haley and completed the quest. I even got a ticket. Very nice. Then I had a nice chat with Leah. I actually like her. It's hard to decide between Haley, Penny, and her. But at least Leah and I had a common background about city life, which would probably make a connection with her more logical for me. Then I got a quest for sunfish from Alex. I was sure that I had it and took it, even though the reward was small. Having returned back, I continued to expand my garden. Fortunately, there is still space for now. Unfortunately, River Farm not so profitable as I thought, and I don't have a lot of space here, and that's what's really sad for me, but it's far from end now. Then I realized I have no sunfish, so it's mean only one thing. I should to go for fishing again. In the mountains, everything was going very well. I got the chest with rice seeds and diamond again. But then I realized that sunfish is a river fish. But before going down to the river, I remembered that I needed to activate the event with the wizard in the community center. Then I got the sunfish from the first try. It was very easy. Unfortunately, I wasted my sea jelly almost for nothing. I completed the task, and I actually talked with a lot of villages on the way, but I just don't have time to show everything here. Before going to bed, I caught some fish in front of the house, but it was a bad place. I don't know, why do you need a farm on the river if it's not a good place anyway? In fact, zero progress for a day in experience or gaining level, and I immediately received a letter from the wizard, and it was raining. I harvested rice and a couple of parsnips, then I planted new seeds. And I saved one rice just for a case. Then I sold out my fish because I needed the money. I also caught two and sold out them already from the river. And I went to our place for fishing. I wasn't informed very much about fishing in Stardew, so I decided to experiment with every place that I can find. As I understand it, the river is no different anywhere, but at least I collected loot on the way here. In the process, I thought that rain is the best time to expand the garden, so I bought more seeds. I planted everything at once so as not to lose days when it counts watering for free. After that, I went to check the lake, but right now there is no difference between it and the river as if. When I got home, I planted the rice seeds I caught as treasure and went to bed. I'd reached level 5 in fishing. How stupid of me to sell the fish right before that. I didn't knew about how to understand when you gain the level yet. Of course, after level 5 I started selling all the extra fish that I had stored. It took 2 attempts, so I expected a big amount of money. Then I went to the mines and of course I found some stuff on the way. I received a rusty sword and some strange information from the weird old guy. He said something about joining the Adventurers Guild, blah blah blah. If you want really good advice, don't go into the mines without an upgraded backpack. It's a pure hell. Though I ate a lot of stuff just to make free space, that wasn't enough for me. But I needed a topaz for a robin, so I tried to find it at any cost. I found a strange looking stone. It turned out to be a diamond. Unexpected though. I reached a significant point and got boots for it. If you think I stopped there, you underestimate my madness. But I overestimated my strength and died on the very first day. It's good that I only lost league, could be worse. Of course I wanted to catch a fish in the vacant spot. But that was a critical mistake. I had to go to bed exhausted. I jumped into bed immediately, hoping to regain all my strength to the next day. I also received level 2 mining and 1400 gold, which was much less than I expected, but anyway, it's good. This morning a lot of potatoes grew, and I also created my first furnace and sell this shit out. Marlon gave me the task of killing 10 slimes to join his guild, but the funniest thing is Robin suggested I build a well on the farm next to river. I also got quest to find her favorite axe. And my mom sent me a cookie. In the town I got quest to kill 4 slimes. Purchase the backpack upgrade and 10 seeds of potato. I found a ring magnet in a drawer. A small thing, but very nice. Then I finished quest, at least the first one, and remains in the caves because it's a lot of things there. I was so engrossed that I completely forgot about time. I also found a strange green floor. I wanted to explore it, but then I remembered that I needed to go home. I was very late, so I didn't sort out any stuff, just lay in the bed. During the day, I got level 2 farming and fighting and 4000 gold. That's pretty decent because I sold out a lot of stuff. In the morning I put my treasures in the chest. I didn't sell everything, though I didn't have time anyway. Also, I get a cat from Marnie, completed slime quest for Lewis. I found out Jody doesn't like daffodils, but the quest still counted, so that was easy, 100 gold for me. Then I smoked something weird with the wizard to start understanding Arabic script at the community center. Then I took up my favorite pastime, fishing. I am a vegetarian, by the way. Oh yeah, take a look at this aquamarine, isn't that cool? Somebody please kill me. I was about to go home, but then I caught this rat. He is the reason why I'm not getting loot from the trash heaps so often. At first I wanted to tell him that it was my territory, but then my heart melted and I invited him to rummage for the trash. Yeah guys, I know I'm such a kind person, I can do anything with myself. Then I got level 3 farming and 2k gold bay. Every day my garden become bigger and bigger. I am worrying about my energy already. I really wanted to buy a plush bunny, but I need the seeds to complete community center, guys. Please subscribe for my struggles. Then of course I talked with everybody because it's the easiest way. Then the egg hunt began. It's a very simple, even boring event, but you still feel like someone was putting their heart into it somehow. I don't know how to explain this feeling, I think you just need to feel it. But I gathered 10 eggs and won the hat. Even maybe it's all because I got strawberries, I don't know. I want maximum profit from these bushes, so I planted them right in the middle of the night. I also fertilized them for speed. I hope this allows me to pick berries at least one more time. Let me know in the comments if you know if it helps. Kale has grown since this morning. I decided to sell all but 2. Got a very easy and fat quest for slimes. I think that's the easiest type of quests. Received the fresh bread from a trash can. I went to see Jody because I liked her, but she was busy. Opened all of my geodies. It wasn't very many of them anyway. Got one more from the trash can, but I already had this mineral. I donated everything I could to the museum and received cauliflower seeds as a reward. and 250 gold for a quest I didn't know existed. And I took sea jelly in advance because I was ready for fishing. I decided to sell all the minerals left after the museum, but it was stupid actually, but I didn't know about crafting yet. I still had some work to do with the garden. I needed to plant potatoes and expand it. Then I went to bed. I reached level 6 as a fisherman, and the only reason I had more money was because of minerals. Day 15 is time to harvest the rice, and also I got flowers. I sold the extra ones but left a couple of each, just in case. Everything was going well in the caves, except for the fact that I encountered a huge number of flying larvae. How I hate these fucking creatures, you can't imagine it. I finally found a decent sword. Stabs with a rusty one 10 times is painful for my fingers. The time was running out, but that didn't stop me from completing the quest. I am just not sure if I can still turn it in. In any case, I'm going home. 700 gold is all I have. I think my garden is too big, just look at my energy. It's only the beginning of the day. I love spring because you can pick berries like this in the second half of the season, isn't it great? And I got the same quest again. Maybe because the old one must have been reset, or I am just lucky. I opened the geodes I caught while fishing, then I donated everything to the museum. For this I received watermelon seeds and some strange obelisk as an element of decor. I went into the cave to complete the quest. Luckily last time I stopped right in front of the monster arena. I actually thought there was supposed to be a boss here, but I don't know. Of course, I completed the quest, but what I was most excited about were the carrot seeds, which you can't buy in the usual store. At home I melted down bars, sold unwanted items, and planted seeds. Farming level 4 and some money from minerals and fish. I love this game. It seems like I just completed the quest, but the mayor told me a story about his sticky pants after the mines. I got 12 carrot seeds, which is a good reward in itself, not to mention the gold. Then I opened geodes and donated something in museum. But I got only starfruit seed. I fulfilled my dream of buying a iridium fishing rod. I also picked up a spinner just for case, and I think that now I can make real money from the fishing. I also met Leah and she appreciated my gift. I actually think if you want to get married, you should plan your playstyle so you can see your favorite character as often as possible. That can be difficult sometimes, especially for me. I set out to look for robin sacks, but along the way I found something I didn't expect. A pot of gold and a leprechaun hat. That's actually very nice, I like it. Also, wild onions was on my way. I wonder what they taste like. Thanks for this quest, I found a lot of berries and explored the entire forest. I like to multitask because it's the most efficient way to complete this game, and I need to complete this game even though it's my first try. In the evening there was a session of fishing and gardening before I went to bed, nothing too interesting. Except that I made regular sprinklers, which was a mistake. Never do that, except quality sprinklers, because this one sucks, you will see it later. Or you can check it out by yourself if you don't believe me, I don't care. Then a strange blue-skinned grandma appeared and scattered gifts all over the square. Again, level up and 2k money for the potato. It turns out everyone likes salmonberry. Yeah, I flirt with everyone for the sake of it. I am a bad boy. Gave Robin the axe and got 250 gold. I wanted to put all my fish and stuff in there, but only one bundle was open for it. So it took me a while to complete one quest, get 30 seeds and open our compartments. I spent the rest of the day fishing and doing our stuff for money and for my abundance. That's my money. Jody urgently needs cauliflower for her recipe. Let's bring it to RB Loud. I want to cry because I didn't know back then that she wasn't alone. I finished the first spring bundle without any problems, but the fish are more difficult than I thought, because I need a lot of diversity, at least for one bundle. I came to Robin because I wanted to build a chicken coop, but I didn't have enough wood. So I fished a bit before heading out and then went to get some wood. Of course my energy was spent abnormally quickly. Thank goodness I had a lot of berries. It's got too late and I went to bed. I'm glad I spent less time fishing and gained more money. The most shocking news this morning was that I had to choose what would live in my cave. fly agaric or fruit beds. What a nonsense, I choose fruits. Yes, I know it's sad guys, but this crop is inevitable, so somebody should live in my caves. The good news is rain, and that's always good in Stardew. And the huge harvest that I got. I will receive a lot of money, I bet. Apparently I got a free day from watering, so I decided to cut some trees because as I realized I will need a lot of resources for building my buildings. Whatever. I am not Englishing very bad. Then I saw an example of how the sharks of capitalism are destroying small businesses. It's a cliche of course, but with such a real life example it looks quite charming and realistic. I am the only one left fighting the system, so I bought a big pack of seeds from my buddy. Unfortunately, if I would buy more seeds, it means that I would do only garden whole day. It would be not interesting for video and I will not complete the community center. But at least it's interesting idea for father's videos, so you can subscribe to not miss that one. Finally, I got required resources to put this motherfucker down. Then I went to fishing and I fished in a lot of different places, in the mountains, in the river, on the ocean, and I got one very interesting thing, iridium band. I think I am really lucky because it got a lot of abilities and it's like, I don't know, it looks cool, so I think it's rare. I am lucky, yeah. I reached level 5 of farming and that's only the first month, baby. And I decided to choose the talent to get more profit from my plants. Maybe that was a mistake, I am not sure, but it's really interesting though if it affected already for the plant that I sold today or not. I don't even know if somebody ever thought about it, but if you know, you can write it down in comments. I have my first strawberries, but I don't think that it was fast. Anyway, I did my best. I opened up some geode and mystery boxes. It wasn't very interesting, but I got my first beach warp and to be honest I didn't know what it's doing back then. Then I gave to cleaned copper pickaxe for upgrade because I not planning to go to the mines in the near future. Then I suddenly get into cutscene where I check servers and saw something scary inside of them. I don't know what it was, literally zero explanations about that. I tried to figure out what this warp is doing and accidentally used it, but at least I went to the fishing, so I didn't waste it for nothing. Then I go to sleep, nothing more interesting. Look at my garden. I think something is missing. I need more parsnip, of course. Then I decided to give some presents for my precious villagers, and I really like that Penny is reading during her pastime. It's cute. Of course, I didn't forget about Jodie and her kids, because I could become their stepfather if something went wrong, you know. The rest of the day was about cleaning, gardening, fishing, nothing interesting at all. More money, I need more money. The cube was ready and I got an invitation to the dance, but I didn't have a partner, so to hell with it. And I am anyway stupid to go to any events and trying to find them by myself. I just got the coolest trash loot I've ever gotten. I hope the cake is fresh. My pickaxe was ready and I immediately handed over the axe. I unexpectedly learned that my character can read, unlike me. Day 24 was all grinding on the farm and fishing. I'll skip those days, otherwise the video will be like 3-4 hours long. I picked up my upgraded axe this morning and then immediately found bubbles. I was happy about it, but unfortunately Jodie didn't appreciate my fish. Even though my catch was decent, but people here don't like fish, I don't know why. Unfortunately, even the copper pickaxe wasn't enough for the stone that was on the way between me and Bubbles. By the way, on the way home I bought some chickens and some feed for them. What a little cuties! But I'm so dumb! I didn't even know you could open the coop and let the chicken eat grass. So I will buy food for them almost whole time. Yeah, I know, that's fucking cringe. I finally got some fruit. It's actually a very useful thing and it looks beautiful. I don't know why, but I really like the peach. That texture is so tasty. I really want to eat it right here, right here. Then I went to the mines, you know, just to test my pickaxe, and it's actually very cool because now I can destroy stones from one hit instead of two, if we're talking about usual at least, and it's really very fast. So actually I ever tested my new sword, and it's also very useful because now I don't struggle with these larvas so much. At least I'm surviving these fightings anyway. Finally, I reached the level of despair, but my energy gone, time is about to up, so I'm going to the bed. And before season ends, I got decent money from Starberries, so it wasn't the waste of money at all. Now I feel a sad nostalgia because here I am harvesting the last big crop of the season, and that was beautiful. Like, that's my first full season, and I think you can imagine my feelings about that because I totally understand that during this year and during this format of video it's the last time I got parsnip and I will of course sell this all, and I don't know, I feel something else here. It's very beautiful feeling. I can't describe it somehow, but if you just think about it, maybe you felt the same when it was your first playthrough, maybe not, whatever. I just trying to talk about what happening here. To make long story short, I went again into mines because I can't farming, obviously it's the end of the season, and the new level actually very good for my pickaxe steel, so I didn't need to improve it yet, but I need a lot of sources of light here because it's very dark place, as you can notice. Then I found my first Omni Geode and it's looking very good. I feel like I can get something really great from it, but we will see, we will see. Then I met my first shadow zombies, I don't know, and I got my first great weapon from them, and it was very fast on this floor, but it cannot chop the wood as I remember, but it has a lot of damage and pushing power, so it's totally costed. So I decided to change. At least it's the way easier and it's got a special attack, but I didn't know about it yet. When I returned, I decided to sell the flowers as I was running out of space and I still couldn't find a use for them at the community center, so I decided that it's just useless and only purpose you need them is like you can sell them or you can make the honey with it if you got bees, but I didn't know about it yet. Now you can see that strawberry is way better than parsnip and cauliflower. Of course, I was free from my gardening, so I decided to open some geodes and walk around for stuff. Then I give away big donations to museum. At least these minerals looking pretty decent, and I got a lot of other stuff which I don't know to do with. Penny is hinting again that she wants to avoid meeting me, or it's just my head. I tried to kidnap Haley and put her in my chicken coop, but the game won't let me to do that. I'm so sad. I wouldn't really hang out with girls so fixated on consumerism in real life. After all, that's exactly the reason why I came here, to escape this sad reality of big towns and society. But they anyway still finding me. But okay, just for be nice and because she's a beautiful person, I cannot reject it because I like blondes and I can't do anything with me. So anyway, I keep like giving her presents. Maybe I will try to somehow communicate with her and she can change her mind in the future. I don't know. Honestly, she's the first person, like, if we're talking about beauty and my standards of it, but she's the last one I want to be with. I went to the mines again because what else I can do? I have no gardening, no animals, at least grown yet. And as you can see, that's going pretty well with my new weapon, and I discovered the ability of super attack and it's really cool. But anyway, it's take very long just to kill this I don't know, I think it's a stone zombie or something like that actually, but it looks like a shadow one firstly. Anyway, that has a lot of armor, but I can really easily have deal with them because they don't have much attack range and speed. Then I reached a frozen level of mines and got slingshot. I don't like this weapon very much because you need a lot of ammos to use it, and I'm not talking about stones like in this video, I mean explosive ones. Then I met the new enemies and they were very cute. I had no desire to kill them, but what choice do I have? And they really provide good stuff from them, like coal and crystal fruit that I know will require for community center, so it's really cool. But it's not a winter arc yet anyway. It's day 28 and I'm using my first stopper. I don't even knew for that what it's required. The rest of the day unfortunately wasn't very interesting. I just lurking around, gathered some stuff, talking with the people, and went to the mines and just wanted to see a lot of stuff before the next season would have come. When summer began, I wanted to surpass the previous season, so I started digging a large garden. While watching the footage, I found this action very engaging and calming. I think there should be a TikTok trend with something similar. I also made a lot of different things, for example fertilizers, and some of them remaining from the reward that I get it, and a lot of gadgets for the garden just to see how things work, especially the stone water retainer because it's very cheap and probably will come handy, I don't know yet. I bought every summer seed I could find. As you can see, I have a large collection for a large garden. Planting all of this wasn't that hard. The real shit started when I started watering, because obviously that requires a lot of energy and a lot of time. But if you will see this clearly, it's quite relaxing despite I waste a lot of food just for finish this big large area and I just got problems for myself. Then I gathered some eggs and put it into mayonnaise machine and went to sleep. As you can see, my morning routine is now incredibly difficult. I should have upgraded the watering can, but I didn't know how it worked back then. And the reason why I'm talking about it, because I need to figure out how to cook some food, because without it, my energy will always slow from the beginning of the day, and that's not definitely cool, okay? But the stupidest thing is that I feed the chickens hay instead of opening the coop. Spoiler alert, I'll figure this out by the end of the 100 days or something closer to it. I got a gold bar out of a trash can. I think Lewis can be involved in some dirty dealings. Then I took a quest for 4 slimes at once. I don't know if I can handle it or not. Just wish me luck. Also, I bought some recipes because I thought I could craft it right in my inventory, but it didn't work that way. My only option is a disposable kettle outside and fried eggs just like in real life. I went to the mines, but just to complete the quest and gather some stuff, not much more. So I have a little bit here and I think that's pretty nice for a small walk. Then the next morning I received a very personal quest from Lewis. I think that's the type of content why I love this game so much. As I received gold from the trash can, I could create the first quality sprinkler, but only the one, and I get some mayonnaise. I was clearing the grass and water in the garden, basically I was doing those ordinary things. Then I went into the caves, but the stupidest thing is I didn't realize I could open the first geode too. I thought of them as ordinary crystals and nothing more because I am a little bit stupid. Mayonnaise paid off, but not as much as I expected, so I made a perseverance jar purely by accident and had no idea how powerful this thing was. Yet. It's behind the scenes, but you have no idea how quickly I use up my food supplies with this damn garden. I need a break from all this routine, so I went fishing and noticed that I am already getting new fish this season, and with iridium stars too, so that's kinda cool for me, and I just want to show you my fishing skill. It's always growing and now I can do it perfect. Maybe because my bar is twice bigger than in the start, but anyway, I got something very interesting here. Then I get pretty interesting chest and you want to see what I get from it. Just wait a little bit. Yes, the sword and the diamond. By the way, sword is better than mine right now. BTV, I made less money from fishing than I expected, but I only sold the extra fish. Still, it's more than what you'd get from mayonnaise in a couple of hours of fishing. Here we go, guys. I got some hot pepper finally, and that's amazing because I like hot peppers. And I'm not a gay, by the way, no homo. Then I accidentally noticed that I had a fish oven. It's free if you build a farm on the river. Oh, if I know it earlier, it would be the much better. I still don't have a lot of coal, but it increases the money from fishing incredibly. I also didn't knew that the cooking pot just for restricted amount of time, exactly for one day only. But I cooked something else, something really good for the mines, and that was the reason why I went there again and got some handful stuff, like Monster Compendium. I read it of course, and I don't even know what it's give to me because it's not explaining in the game, and I have no clue still. Then I reached the level of 50, not very bad I think, received new boots, and that's it. Despite my efforts, the chickens still don't like me. Maybe because I keep them in a closed place like a maniac. Then, of course, every day I need to water in my plants, and actually I wish I had more time in caves, just in case that I can mine a lot of gold and make some quality sprinklers before I will explore this so far. And then I goes to the town, take some quests, you know, speak with the people, and actually I need to do something. And of course, by something, I have meant that I will search in the trash cans some stuff. Actually, I feel like the world here is so abundant that I can live even without the garden. Then I got a special scene with the fisherman, and to be honest I don't want it because he's stinky and I am not a gay basically. Then he wanted to show me something and I'm wondering what could it be. Can it be the fishing stick or fishing rod, or can it be his stick? I don't wanna know to be honest, but okay. He just restricted and promised me to do it in our day. Actually, I have feeling like Maru is the nicest person here. Like, I mean, she has intelligence and she's very nice and kind and stuff. But I can't be with her because she's not a blonde. So sorry, we don't mean to be with each other. Then I went to the caves, you know, because there is a lot of stuff and I need to reach the bottom level as fast as possible because I want to create a lot of quality sprinklers and not more work in my life even a single fucking day. And I have met the ghosts and a lot of new enemies. I even got the ghost fish. I was wondering what can I do with it, but I will of course need it later in my little journey. Actually, so basically this summer I started work like a perfect clock mechanism because I smelted some bars. I make mayonnaise with my hands and with automatic machine, you know what I mean. And I can go fishing during the pastime, but mostly I need to deal with my gardens, with my plants, and that's actually okay for me, but if I'd play online, I could rest in my bed, and that's really easy because now I need to figure out what I should to eat to refuel my energy. It's always running out so quickly. I already talked about it, but that's my single problem now. You know, I have feeling that I already reached a great skill playing my survival games, for example like DST, because I'm always planning my path before I will go it, and it helps me to do several things at the same time, and it's very helpful because like I can chat in with girls, do some opposite stuff, for example community center, open up some shit and cleaned, doing museum stuff, doing a lot of stuff, complete some quests, and all the same time, all the same day, and that's really cool. And I feel like not everyone has skill as me. I came to community center just to put some berries inside of it, you know, because I got so many, so no problem, bro. And I got 30 summer seeds. That's really helpful because it's what I need, and you will see it a little bit later. Also, I opened up some new sections. I honestly don't have clue what it's doing yet, but you will see it later. So guys, basically this new section all about donate. So if you want to help me complete the community center, you should to send me some money. Link in the description. So please help me. Basically, I should to stop screwing around because it's time to sow, and I will reap it what I sow. Yeah, I am reaping what I'm sow. Okay, I got 13 seeds from the community center, as you remember, and it's really helpful because I have free space here. You know, now I got level 7 of farming, and I even can craft some kind of loom. I don't even know why I need this one, but okay. I sold some my, wet, radish, mayonnaise, of course, it's self-made, guys. It's very tasteful, I swear to God. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think my relationship with Jodie is coming at a new level because she sent me a new recipe. It was her special, I guess, because it's all about calmars. I don't even knew that she can cook calmars, but it's cool. And probably I will become a stepdaddy for her kids very soon. We will see. So basically, I think it's a time to open the cards, and why I say that Farm on the River was a mistake, it's because, that's such a big place, but it's still not enough for me. Yeah, you can imagine it, I want fucking more. But as you can see, there is not much ground, especially it will hit me when I will need a lot of wood, and it's actually very bad because I don't have that much trees as I want. Only because of one thing, because there is not such a good place to raising up trees. Like I can do it, but it's limited amount anyway. Oh my god, guys, I came to complete the one of bundle with minerals and I received for it 5 Omni Geode, but I don't know yet how I can become an Omni Man, because I want to destroy this planet. I'm so fucking sick of this humanity, I wanna erase them. Actually, I think I really like Penny because, I don't know, we have the similar vibe. Like, I am a psychomaniac and she's a good girl, like with good character, with good hobbies. She like to take care of the kids, of the kitchen, and I am just abusive husband which gonna, do some stuff and drink alcohol and doing nothing. You know how it goes. I concentrating on completing bundles step by step, so I need some loot from dead animals, from the mines. And yeah, no, it's a cruel, but it's how life works. So guys, don't cry. It's okay. They're just they will respawn. Basically, I spend the most time of the day in the cave, but I got a lot of energy because of chocolate cakes, but I really don't appreciate how it looks like. Do you see what I am seeing? Like, for me it's looking like a big fucking poop. I also harvest some crystal dagger, but that doesn't matter because I hate these fucking daggers. They don't have power of pushing enemies, so they will come to you and they will rape your ass. That's really weird, but since I talked with Penny a little bit and talked how good she is, I got some scene with her, how she's helping to old guy to, take his letter from the postal box, I don't know how you call it in America. And he wasn't nice about it, because a lot of old guys don't want to feel themselves like they can do nothing, but it's how life's gone, so basically I was on her side, but actually I can understand this old granny, because I think I will be like he, because I don't want to be dependent. The rest of the day, of course, I spent in the mines. I found some big stuff, like you can see. I actually adore when when I am finding some loot, and you see, I got bananas, small bananas. I know it's squashes or something like that, but for me it always will be small bananas because I like bananas, guys. If you don't like bananas, then I really have pity for you, my nagger, because you don't know nothing about this life. So screw you. The morning of the next day, I received the amethyst from my old friend, and I even don't know why he decided to send me that. Oh no, these letters, I'm so fucking sick of it. Invitation to the party, but I don't like party because this party is stinks. I fucking hate these people. and you know this stuff. Actually, I'm just dumb enough to read English. Guys, you're not gonna believe how dumb I am. You know, this is a kettle that you can use only one times during the day, and it's disappeared before, and I thought it was some kind of a bug or something like this. Like, I really didn't know that it working only per one day, and actually that's amazing. But at least I was smart enough to do some stocks while I'm cooking, because I don't have kitchen and I didn't know yet that I need to upgrade my house to get a kitchen to start to cook, and I need woman, you know. That's all. To complete the construction bundle, I need harvest some hardwood. Actually, hardwood is very useful resource here, so it's always appreciated to me. Yeah. The rest of the day I spent with peace and fishing rods. You know, some days that's boring for most of the people, but for me that was a beautiful adventure because I did fishing all the time and I will earn a lot of money, and that was a pretty amazing. It was relaxing and stuff. That's the reason why I like this game. Even if you do something not meaningful, you feel better. The next day, of course, I get some mayonnaise, and there is a lot of stuff that I need to harvest. For example, tomatoes. I think that's the first time when I doing it, if I remember clearly. And my melon's already pretty big, but it still feels like I need eternity to harvest them. And hot pepper, I think, is the best option here if you want to green money, because it's really fast and it's hot a lot of cost a lot of. Okay, guys. You know, actually, I'm complaining a lot of about the fishing river, but to be honest, I'm using it time to time because sometimes I got some gasp to when I can do nothing, and I really want to earn some money and pull out some treasures. Like I am Ludoman, I like to get some stuff for free, especially if it's random. Day 14 of the summer. I need to work in my garden a little bit, but not that much because I had rain and it's really pleasurable sounds because it's mean no hard work for today. You know, I am living in the balance with nature now because you know it's like my ancestors or predators. I don't know how to pronounce it, guys. I have no clue what was in my mind, but suddenly I decided to put in the ground the wheat, but I think actually that's a questionable choice. Also, I should have to do this long time ago, but finally I purchased the deluxe pack. Now I got 36 slots, you can't believe it. It's like the, you know, Glock. I can 36 shots. What I... Okay, don't listen to me, I'm mad. So basically I need to open some geodes right now. Okay, to be honest, I didn't get something really impressive from this big amount of geodes, at least for me, but I got a lot of diverse stuff. I lost my time, so I couldn't went to museum, but I can complete some summer bundles, and I got quality sprinkler. That's actually the best item in the game. I swear to God, quality sprinkler. It's all what you need. It's all what you need to be happy, because it means no fucking work. As I clearly remembered, 13th day of the summer was really weird for me because I noticed some changes in my environment, like for example new trees, because I chopped down every tree and now they are like refreshed during this green rain. Actually, this special event, and it like happened only one time per year. I didn't know it, but I harvest some seeds from the special trees. So basically I didn't fucked up. As I said, I'm playing without any guides, so I noticed the seed from the tree only the next day in my inventory absolutely suddenly when I tried to sort out my things in my inventory, so basically I got one tree. Time to complete museum and to harvest something, but it's not useful. As it was very rainful and I have plenty time, I decided to give out my chopper water can, oh no, my usual water can to upgrade it into chopper one, but that was a mistake because I don't know how to use it, guys. There is really no explaining about these mechanics and you will see it later. If you know what I mean, you know. The next day I wanted to craft something special, so I crafted a spinner because I got a lot of iron and I need to waste it somehow. And then I received a quest, a special quest, but it's really, you know, low-key quest. I need to copper ore, but To be honest, in the frozen levels it's hard to find it, so I went back in the beginning, and it's cool because I got Yearning Crystal, and look how overpowered I am, and I can easy harvest stuff because of my upgraded pickaxe, and my big sword is really slaying enemies from one hit, so now I am feeling like a fucking boss of the gym, because you know, at the start of the game these larvas annoyed me very much, they even killed me once or two times, I didn't even remember it clearly. But okay, that's in the past. Of course, I need to spend some time to chatting with Penny and show like kids, I can give you some. Okay, I sold out some flowers because I decided that they are useless because you need to honey house to use them from harvest the honey. Okay guys, the most hilarious part of the next day was that I didn't know how to use the bite inside of the crab pot, because I tried to place it in different approaches, it didn't work. I received the fat quest from the wizard and I get fat bread from the trash can, here we go, and Shine has ice on his back. And I received my copper watering can. That's cool, and finally I realized how to use the crab pot, so I saved the day. And then girls has a problem with each other because they couldn't solve problem how they gonna clean the house, and as a real man I helped them. Of course I choose the best variant, you can read it if you want to, but it's not very interesting, blah blah blah. Rest of the day it's of course grinding and fishing and guarding. Quest from the wizard was really tasty, like 1000 gold for 10 skeletons, that's easy, you can see how easily I slain them, and I can receive some loot from the mines. I adore quest about mines because it's double profit every time. Then I bring the stuff to the wizard, but we didn't smoke yet, we just sold it out and I got some money for it. I think that was the luckiest summer ever, because when I played next time with my friend, we didn't receive rain so often during the summer, and I was pretty sad about it because we needed to water the garden every time, but here is I'm a lucky man. And I started to harvest the large eggs, that's amazing because now I can earn some real money from mayonnaise. Actually, I starting feeling like Wizard really making dope from the bones of the skeletons, because otherwise I can't explain why he gave me so many quests about it and why he gave me so much money. I got a really cool thing at the sapling of the tree, but it's not time for it because I need community center, I need the greenhouse. I got some snail from the crab pot finally, and I can use it in our bite, and I will put it in the community center because it requires there. So wizard needs some skeletons to cook dough, so I decided to slay some skeletons, and the most cool part about it that I got bone sword. It has a little bit less damage, but basically it got 4 speed, so it's the way better weapon. Suddenly I reached a new level of the mines and got red boots, it's beautiful, but I need to finish my quest. I have no time to explain because I need to finish this one, and I like to get coal from these monsters, and here we go. And that's cool because quests allowed me to finish my bundles, and not once but all of the first bundles. And finally I got something really cool, and now I feel real progress here. Actually I could have do it earlier, but you know, I'm screwed around too much. I did really bad mistake because I almost missed whole Troll Derby, and that's the best event in my opinion, because all you need to do is fishing, and you can catch some fish with golden ticket and get some really cool rewards for it, but I didn't know about it back then, so I get only one present. Yeah, that was only 10th. I am so sad now because I know how many loot I missed, and the spirits repaired the fast travel way, but I didn't know it. The next day was very fun because accidentally by misclick I realized that I can open the crops gate and then chicken can walk outside on the streets. But I also was afraid that they can try to eat my garden. Also, I need a lot of wood for improving my house and for bars for the cows. You know, don't ask me stupid questions, guys. Okay, guys, I wanna be honest with you. I spent a lot of time to making this video. I remaked a lot of stuff and you don't see it. You don't wanna know how many times I do it. But I want to say that I need to skip some days because that's, you know, video is pretty big now and it's not interesting to watch this all. So I will skip some days in the middle, but I will talk more about the end because I think there are a lot, a lot better time in this game. So I hope you understand it. I've caught some cockroach from the cage for crabs, and that was enough for completing the bundle. I'm really glad because, you know, it's kinda hard for me because I thought that would be the easiest one, but no, and mostly because a lot of stuff depends on the season. BTV, probably I forgot to mention it, I really didn't remember, I'm sorry, but I repaired the breach. Someday it requires just the wood, so never mind. And guys, if be accurate, it's 51 day of my whole playing, so I will skip this day because I spent it all in the mines and basically there is nothing new I can show you. Several days after, I completed the ocean fish bundle because I spent a lot of time on the fishing. Also, as I became rich because of my garden, I can completely finish this one. Now it looks better, and this stuff that I get from the bundle can dupe anything I want to, so basically it's a generator of endless money. Now the shuttle bus is working too, and if you didn't know, Penny mother is a palm and she drank constantly because she didn't have a job. Now my girl can be really rich. Guys, you're not gonna believe it, but at Wait 87 I tried to open some mystery box and I got 3 cup of coffee. 10 mixed seeds, oh my god. And treasure chests, or whatever. 10 hardwood, oh that's really helpful. 5 bombs. Amazing stuff, guys. I got 4 pretty cool items. BTV I sold my treasures and received 5,000. At the end, I just put some crops that I got. It's like only popcorn and melon. And that's the end of the season. Not very nice, but I completed 2 whole sections of bundles. So guys, I'm doing pretty well right now. The rest of the day was usual grinding and I can break the big stones because of my upgraded pickaxe. It's really nice. But I want to say that this game is full of grinding, but you like it. Like, it's enjoyable stuff because of nice sounds of the environment, because of, you know, this game is actually charming. Oh guys, I almost forgot. I got extreme luck. I caught extreme luck during the last day because you can see now I will couch some treasure and you're not gonna believe what's inside of it. It's really amazing and I can't explain it because recently I got the treasure chest from the mystery box, as you remember, and now I got a treasure chest from the fishing. It's an hour 5,000. Congratulations to me. And I really appreciate that completing bundles, it's appears it's really easy, especially if you're a beginner, like you can do it. If you experienced player, I think there is no single problem to finish it even during your first half year, but sometimes you just can't harvest some fish because it depends on the season and you can't harvest some, you know, berries because it also depends on the season. So basically the game made you to play whole year or so either way you should to wait, you know. And the rest of the last day I spent on the fishing and I really appreciate the summer. I missed a lot of events because I'm dumb. Actually it could be the way better, but that is what that is. It's my first playthrough. What do you want? The first day of autumn means everything that didn't have time to grow is gone. It's sad of course, but at least I have a corn. I already feel like very soon my dream about quality sprinkles will become true because I got a lot of golden ore. Though it's long time to melt bars, here we go. Basically only white eggs were big. I am not a racist, it's just a fact. I got bubbles right away, so started a fishing and caught a salmon. That's a new fish of the season, my first catch, and some raw. I created some quality sprinkles, so it's time to put the plants in the ground. I got a lot of different, you know, as always. Of course, fertilizer wouldn't be superfluous. I am still processing gold bars. I also got some small banana jams and sold it immediately because I need money. I still have gold, so I need to expand the garden. Let's plant some berries. I love them. Yum yum yum. What the fuck are you talking about, idiot? Okay, at the end I expanded it that much. It's not look that big as previous one yet, but I automized half of it, so it will be more convenient to me and I wouldn't spend so many energy. Rest of the day I chopped some wood because I needed, and that's cool because I got some moss from it and also take some maple syrup or something like this. I ran out of trees on my land, so I started destroying the local forest. Sorry, Greta Thunberg. BTV, I totally forgot to mention that I have upgraded my house and now I can cook. Let me fucking cook. But the only available dish for me was the fucking moss soup. Not very tasty though. It gave energy. When I arrived in town, I discovered a sign under construction. I thought it was an anonymous platform for meeting hot meals. But turns out it was just a job search. Lame, dude, lame. I just wanted to mate it with someone who needs a stepfather for her kids. My main goal was to free up chest slots by bringing everything I could to the community center. I filled a lot, but didn't solve any of them, didn't complete it. And also got brand new stuff for museum. I got a pretty decent collection already, as you can see, and I got pumpkin seeds for it. And I gave up my vagabond style and found a job to sell 100 pumpkins, but only for a short period and because it was profitable. Gather some clunky on the beach. You know, Holly didn't appreciate my golden star blackberry, but at least it was honest reaction. Yeah, put these babies in the ground, here we go. Apparently that's the first time when I get in orange, and two because I picked up skill for harvesting. Rest of the day of course was in the mines and I got some broccoli seeds. By the way, enemies here very annoying on the magma level, but my bonus sword is very useful for it. At least I didn't have that much struggle, I didn't died yet. I got a quest to kill 3 ghosts. On the way gathered some stuff, got a little something for exotic one also. And because of orange I completed this bundle and I'm already really close to the finish, and I got cake. Cake is very useful thing, guys. I went to the magma level and started to chopping down every one which I see, and that actually wasn't very nice because I lost some HP. You know, some enemies here really annoying, especially this black one because it's hard to push him. But then I realized that ghosts can exist only on the frozen level, you know. But to make long story short, I found only 2 ghosts in the mines, despite I spent whole day there. So I decided to screw it because, you know, I don't need that money that much. And it's really hard to find a ghost, apparently. I bought some seeds yesterday, so it's time to release my job. So I need really big garden, and guys, I almost out of the fucking land. What should I do? You see, I really need to sacrifice my comfort path now because otherwise it's terrible. BTV, only because of syrup I suddenly, absolutely without knowing anything, crafted a big house. Actually, I found some hidden place where I can chop my trees, and that's mine property. During night fishing, I finally caught this motherfucker. Yeah, that's all what I needed all this time. Here we go, I finally caught this motherfucker, and now I completed the night fishing bundle. And glow ring is mine, but I apparently don't need it. After some boring days, I finally went to fishing, and you see I got something really special here, and that's a legendary fish, angler. Also, I got a tiger trout, and that's thing required to community center completely. And I found some mushrooms. For that I received more mushroom seeds. Guys, day 65 from my start, and I finally did it. I did a new mayonnaise machine, and the first time I got honey. Firstly, I thought it will be really expensive if I will sell it, but no guys, that was extremely cheap. And as I got it, you need to set plants nearby to make a special honey, and then you will receive a big money. Or you can just sell dope. You know, right now, because of quality sprinklers, I don't waste so much energy and time on my garden. But the problem is that I don't have a fucking place. Like, I got here 100 pumpkins and there is literally no way to expand this without going far away. And Lewis said me that soon will be new event, but I don't know how to prepare to it. And I got my first duplicated diamond. I'm rich. Yeah! A little bit time for ocean fishing because I almost fully completed the bundles. And I got my first sea cucumber and find some book and stuff from the fishing like dinosaur egg and robot. I am out of space, so I'm creating new garden nearby. There is my hidden plantation of wheat and mushrooms. I like when fish and bubbles appearing right nearby my house, but unfortunately it didn't happen so often. By the BTV I already built the barn far away because no have place and bought some cows. For me, finally, look at these lovely animals. And I bought some hay yearly, you know. I thought that probably in the autumn the wheat will cost less than during the winter, so I decided to save some money doing this. And I opened the gates, of course, because I'm not stupid enough to forgot about it. But anyway, you need to place some food for them in case if will be rain or something like this. A fish stove is very profitable because it increases the price by a percentage, but I have to spend a lot of time and coal on it, so that's not really cool, especially when you have only one. But even despite the Bibles, I prefer to spend time on the sea beach because it's really more profitable. So for me, farm on river really has not a big sense. Especially super cucumber, like they cost very much when you smoke them. So basically 7k per day, that's my common income. And I really don't know why I'm so dumb, but I really sell all frozen geodies because for me they're not geodies like our. I don't know why, but my perception is not considering them as a geodies. As a true Moldovan, I first prepared the wine in a keg. Time to harvest first eggplants, I think. Time to yummy yummy, yum yum yum. I don't know what is it. Apparently, I did the best present for Halle because I didn't know about it yet, but she'll really like the sunflowers. Bring some wine to the community center. The rest of the day fishing because I need to cut fish. I didn't know that it spawns only during the rain. Oh my god, that's a fly agaric and it's gigantic. I also got a stample for the growing mushrooms and some stuff for gathering syrup. Now I think that autumn is amazing. I also got 5 red mushrooms and 1 purple from it. I already got everything I can dream about, but my greedy making me work again. I mean, I already had a good garden, but I got 3 seeds and of course I couldn't wait to use them because they will last only during the fall and I will not gonna wait the other one. The rest of the day of course was about fishing, but it's not about the community center, it's more about treasures and money. And I don't know why, but especially during the autumn I really often see bubbles. Oh my god, that's a 6 wood. Am I tripping? The rest of the day of course on the fishing beach. Because I have nothing more to do except my garden and stuff. Finally, I got enough loaf with chicks and all my eggs now large. I'm really happy. Finally, time to harvest first pumpkins, and I have to do something with that. Fishing wasn't useless not only because of the money, but now I have some stuff to donate onto museum and it's 2 reward per one. And I got some rare crow that looks pretty nice and triangle burn offering. What? Is it satanic thing? Fall crops bundle was easy to complete because I did half of it during the previous season. And I got a big house, new one, I already got, but whatever. Quality crops also finished and I got perceive jar. That's really good rewards actually, and I got brown egg and I need a lot of stuff here yet. But it's almost finished, only one bundle remained. And actually a lot of things for me pretty understandable, but I have no clue where I can get some apples before I have trees. I was quite surprised when I found the passage to the Bathhouse? What? There is also a train passing by, and I learned from a friend that it sometimes drops a cool loot, so I need to check it out next time. I went inside hoping to see some girls, but there was no one there at this time. Well, I placed my burning offering on the wall and went to sleep. And there is I reached 10 level of farming, and actually was a really hard choice, but I felt like this more profitable because I got animals already and I will expand it. Basically 7k, it's my basic income as I said, so nothing more interesting here. 71st day, and I got the letter from Marian that she has an auto grabber. It's a really luxury thing for gather milk from animals. It's so fucking convenient, I will show you later. I also got invitation for the festival, but I already told that I am dumb and stupid. Sorry guys. I also got some flowers from random seeds, so I decided to make it nice for Penny, and she appreciated it. Really cool. I also understand that old ladies actually like food in any case, so I just bring it to Jody, and now I will have good relationships with many people. As usual, I just give away everything I have. Okay guys, time to open some shit, and I started with usual Jodies. I got some squirrel, clay, okay, amethyst or something. I got Barney from the Magma Geode. But you know, I like mystery boxes more because in there actually useful stuff, not only stones. For example, coffee, pumpkin seeds, fertilizer, it's all what you need. And cool t-shirt, which I really like. And I've donated everything I get in museum to get nothing. I needed to buy some stuff for fishing and realized that I can sell stuff to the fishermen even with good prices. I must to sell something because without it ground start to drying. So I got some fertilizer and new seeds of course. Well, time to collect the milk. At first I wanted to take just a basket, but then I remembered the automatic milk collector exists. It's not only a milk collector, but you know. And I'm really glad that such a thing existing because gather milk with basket is very inconvenient. I mean, that's so bad, I almost slaughtered my cow by mistake. Oh my god, look at this, just look at this. So many, I couldn't imagine it. I did that job very fast because I already completed the harvest 100 pumpkins, and I think tomorrow they will count my shipping. Then I took a look at the next quests and I just decided to close it. Like, for real, 1000 wood or some secret jelly slime? What the fuck? Also, I got information that favorite thing of the penny is melons, and fortunately I got plenty of it, so my relationship with her will be nice. The rest of the day I went in the ocean because I tried to catch a scorpion fish. I didn't know yet that I should to go to the desert for it. Even without a quest I got 43,000. It's with fishing, my pumpkins, some picket roe with in the JR oysters, smokered super cucumbers of course, duplicated of diamonds, beer, yam, mayonnaise, wild honey. You see, I got plenty stuff to do and I really grinding very well. I really appreciate that I got kitchen now because I have milk and eggs and I can get omelette in any time I want to, and it's really pleasurable. More sunflowers for my beautiful lady. I just sent to the fly head of the trash can and then I got my reward, but I'm not gonna wear it because it's so goofy and girls don't like it. Of course I have watermelons for penny every time. What did you expect from me? Fidelity? You know, I smoked fish so much, so I have absolutely no choice but to buy coal. And it's not very cheap stuff, I wanna tell you. But I need a lot of bars for my stuff, and super cucumbers also very profitable, so it costed. Selling this shit. Oh my god, I just don't like when I misclicking. And I got a super box from Lewis. Now I can sell my products whenever I want to. And I didn't knew it back then, but for my work with pumpkins I got a ticket and a new job. But I got only 2 days for chopping wood, so it has no absolutely sense. And for it, I got a star drop tier. Should be nice. I think you can... yeah, it's a special gift. BTV forgot to mention, but I got also a steel axe, and you will see for what I need it. I don't know if I am dumb or this game is stupid, but I really couldn't understand how to upgrade my barn or coop, but I needed it because I need the ducks and I need the goats for my community center. So basically I was stupid, I didn't realize nothing, and I just, yeah, I put it a new coop for ducks, but it didn't work well because you need to upgrade it to get new animals. Actually that's part of game, not very nice for my opinion. And I feel like Holly the way more developed character, because despite we got equal hurts with her and with Penny, like we got equal points of friendship. Anyway, I got more scenes with the Holly and more dialogues like this. I don't know, that's really weird. And yes, of course I googled it because no way to realize it by yourself. There is a secret path to the secret forest with lake, when you can catch a special fish and there is a lot of hardwood, mushrooms and even slimes. Yeah, weird stuff, but I really like the detail like this. And there, in the lake, I caught a new fish. It's a wood skip. Looks really special, by the way. I only noticed it on the video recording, but it's definitely ground for creepypasta. Someone ran through the forest in the dark at night. What a sneaky fucking shit. That's a real boner, but I got like again problems with my inventory slots and with my space on my house because guys, I can't keep order. I just fucking can't. So the most time of this day, because it was rain, I spent trying to make some order, and bless God the developer of this game, because there is a auto organizer. And for this case of raining, I specially bought the catfish bait, because you can't imagine how many times I wasted because of lack of information when I tried to catch this motherfucker during the usual weather. And it looks like I get him from the first try, because, you know, I noticed that in this game every fish has its own pattern, and it's really cool, like its attention to detail is extremely cool. I think that only now I got OAK oil for DD party, because, you know, the previous time I didn't have a fucking OAK, because I just chopped it all down. And finally, guys, I wanna congratulate you all and congratulate myself. The only thing that remains, it's a 1 cent fish and I know where to get it. And I also got something for exotic bundle, easy. A decent reward, food with stats for foraging. Thanks to the automated milk collector, I got a ton of milk effortlessly. And it's already huge, making it useful for the center community. I also got a woody secret from the first shop and I didn't know what it's fucking doing. I went to mines because it requires a lot of stone to upgrade the coop, upgrade the ambar, to get the goats, to get the ducks for the community center. You know, so I literally mined the stone. I killed the bat and dropped a pirate hat. I don't know how it fit in its butt, but the hat looks decent, so I'm wearing it right now. Day 79 from the beginning, it happened, I finally got a cheese press. Yeah, I know it took a long time, I don't know why I'm so slow, guys, I don't know. I'm just continue to hustling in the garden and greeding in the mines, so nothing really interesting happened. You know, every time I went to the mines I got my problems with inventory, so I decided to put this mobile sale box nearby the lake. I realized that I can't buy fucking ducks in my new coop because I just need to upgrade it, so I just bought the chickens because I don't have other choice and I need to take my money back for the resources I spent. I can't be mad anymore, I'm surrounded by little cuties. I also got something for my little kitty cat, so you know he don't get bored. Pure accidentally I realized how to use the fast travel, but you know the hilarious part of it was that I did it only because I tried to figure out how to use the bus. Like literally nothing worked, and I tried to put myself inside of it or click on something, but as you see, it not working because I need to buy a ticket, and I really googled it. I'm so fucking dumb. It's incredible. I tried to reach the bottom of the mines, but right now it's level 90 and I got obsidian age and it's got pretty decent damage. I returned to the first floor because I had a big quest for juicy bait from Willy, and also because the first floors are the most beautiful and cozy. It's really a pleasure to play here. Finally, I realized that there is a special box where you can put your money and get a ticket. Oh my god, that's biome, I don't know. It's really cozy, those desert, but it looks nice like a Fallout. I got cactus fruit and coconut. Then I met Sandy, but not from a bikini bottom, like she didn't sell people a long time I think. But her assortment wasn't very nice for me, like I can't even know how to use the seeds and mannequins, like nothing really cool. And finally, Sunfish was mine. That's kinda was the reason why I came here at all. I also got a scorpion carp and it's not very nice because he's poisoned, I don't know what to do with it. Very quickly I went to the home and I completely did it. I got dish of the sea, it give you a buff for fishing. And now I have an aquarium and it's really beautiful. I can even put or take out fish of here. And that's cool. That's really cozy. I also did some sushi for the bundle and some food for the friends, you know. Chef bundle. I don't even know who is chef. Again went to the mines to continue my way to the bottom, but the first time I really tried to use the bombs and that's amazing. You can get a lot of resources and get damage to enemies in the short amount of time. I don't know why I underestimate this way of mining. And I like this atmosphere here also because this level's looking like a hell, enemies looking like a hell, but the music's still pretty chill. The next day, after I completed a fishing bundle, I got information from Willy that now I can get the ore from the river. That's crazy. I thought that the last level of mines is the 100, so I really wanted to reach it as fast as possible. I felt like I was going through the final boss and I got a star drop that increases my energy reserve to 300 units now. But that wasn't an end and I was quite surprised back then. And the first time I see the Adventure Guild. But these people so kind, they even promised me to get my league back that I lost at the beginning of the game. Can you imagine it? Then I don't even know how, but I get some new weapon from the old guy. And that's like a Ramble Scissors, I don't know. I got level 180 and my inventory was completely full, so I need to sell my treasures. The next day, as was promised, I get my league back. Then I totally forgot about my fruits and you can see how many now I have. And I get my golden bars and my mayonnaise. It's a daily routine of the millionaire. Started a Halloween festival, so it's time to shopping. Yeah, we even got some skeletons, but I met them so much and they don't scare you at all. Upside of the town was a labyrinth and there is a lot of people who lost here somehow, probably because they don't have view from the high ground like I am. You know, it took a while, but finally I found a secret entrance where I can get the path to my chest. And I have found there something really interesting. Of course I'm kidding, it's just a golden pumpkin. And from shop I got just a rare crow, because it's rare. But it cost me 5 grand, can you imagine it? 5 grand! The last day of the autumn I got something new and really interesting from the trash can. It's a Ruharp pipe, I don't know how to pronounce it, and I got a trash catalogy because I am a trash man. What? Then of course I went to open some geodies, because as you can remember I spent plenty time in the mines lately. But actually there is old minerals like Barney and stuff. Of course from this amount I got something new for my museum and obsidian waste as a reward. And I think that's actually not a very good thing that I am give praises to everyone, because now I got seen with Maro also, and it's mean that I got in romantic lines with a lot of people, and her father is really good man, like he wanna wish me luck, but I feel so bad now. I am a fucking cheater. I am I am a cruel, weak and spoiled man. And finally I realized how to upgrade a big barn, but to be honest, only ChatGPT helped me out. And you know, in the morning I had guild, but in the evening I helping to open the jar with pickles to Haley. Yeah guys, you have all rights to judge me. But Haley is really beautiful, I can't resist. And as it's the last day of the autumn, I take some heaters for my animals. And at the end of the season I want to say that fall was extremely productive time. I almost finished every single bundle, so I got big hopes for the winter that I can make it. Well. On the first day of winter I realized the garden was finished, so no income anymore. But the weather was quite beautiful. Then, however, I encountered a monster. And what the fuck is this? Like seriously, I can say that till the end of the video I have no idea what the fuck that was. But don't you dare ask me to continue guys, because I spent almost whole month doing this single video and I'm really going fucking crazy. I think during the winter I also got a new kind of fish, for example red mullet and all kind of red fishes starting to spawn here. Then I got a job to kill 50 bats in the caves. Then I screwed up with Penny, didn't know that she hate the winter berries. So basically the second day of the winter I just chilling, fishing and making cheese, because I have plenty milk even since the autumn, I didn't waste it all. But let's be honest, fishing is boring enough for a video, so I went into the mine. Then I reached a new 10 levels and got a space boots, but they didn't let me to fly in the space, just got more defense. Yeah guys, level 8 of Origin, it's really beautiful. I can craft Wart Attempt, Tent Kit and Survival Burger. I can craft burgers. That's cool. Level 7 of Combat, okay, don't know, whatever. As you can see, even without garden, with all my cheese and mayonnaise, I still got decent amount of money per day. A dose of love for the chickens while I steal their future children. It's actually not a bad thing that I built a second chicken coop, at least I can make more money during the winter. And finally my upgrade for barn was ready, as you can see I got more slots for hay. And after this I can buy some golds, but I still need to upgrade at least one of mine coops. When I get back I got more cheese and I still have a large milk. That means that when you put a large milk in this cheese press, you got more precious cheese like with golden star. You know, lately the levels of mines looking like complete hell, like you can look at the walls and stuff like this, but the most annoying thing that there is a lot of empty chests and barrels. But I find my first green ore stone and appears it was emerald, and I think it's the first which I found in this game. And a bright side of it that there is a lot of bats and it's scouting for my quest to kill 50 of them. Then during the start of the day I met Penny and I was dumb enough to try to give her orange berries again, and fortunately I couldn't do that because I already gave her 2 presents, but now Haley and Penny equal because of my mistakes. Then again I went in the caves because it's my job and I don't have what to do else because my garden is not available during the winter. But these guys with range attacks really annoyed me because you can stack like this and it turns out that you lost almost all your health. But I got a big bomb from them, it's beautiful, you can see. And there wasn't any chest, so I wonder where from I get the cave carrot. Then started the pure hell, my screen has become a red and I got 25 episodes of Berserk and I just escaped. And level 120, it's the end of the mines, I can't go furthermore, but there is a skeleton cave for the mines in the desert. So I went back and I think that the frozen level is the most helpful because you can farm a lot of stone here, also the ore, also skeletons, I don't know, there is plenty loot that's useful in everyday life. So next day I went to check out my goals. I'm checking out them every day, but I don't show up everything because we don't have time. The dose of fishing for every day that I have, of course. And I got a new fish like Lincor, but it's not very expensive as I noticed, so it's like usual like everybody else. Pike is really, by the way, worth a lot of money, especially if you will smoke it. Of course, I went into mines again, and I wanna say that when you finished it, it sucks. Like, you feel like you already was there, and you don't feel that you can search something new anymore. I just hope that mines in this game would be endless. It would be really nice. Day 6 common daily routine, grinding and fishing, how I can live without that. I also wanted to upgrade my coop, but I don't have enough wood. I'm a little bit busy with magma and I got cave jelly, but the rest of the loot, which I can count, it's not a fish, it's just trash. At least I got 2 cave jelly and the increases luck, but I don't know what it affected on. I also got solar essence and cave carrot because I was bored from this fishing with trash real quickly, so I just decided to went farther more and chop some resources. Especially I like to kill these cave crabs because I can get from them crabs and I can sell it. Congratulations guys, it's a 91st day and Pierre just came to me to say that next year will be better and he will sell me more cool seeds, and it's really cool, but guys, I don't wanna to make the second part, please don't mind me, that's so fucking terrible, I waste so many time, please, it's a torture. I lost month. And I need a wood for upgradings, but the problem is I got wood only in the forest, because I don't know what, but during the winter, trees didn't grow up at all. I don't know. As I'm realized, and as you can guess, the Heli just like the flowers in any case, so she's now equal with Penny in my heart race. And I got some golden bars the next day. And that was the first time when I got the goat milk. But for community center I need a large pack, so I will just make cheese out of it, and I think it will be cost more. Wait for it, wait for it. Oh, by the way, looks very nice, like goat cheese looks really nice. As true seeker of adventures, I spending a lot of time in the caves. But goddammit, these black enemies on this hell level really annoying because I can't push them back and they always can deal some damage to me. And especially these slimes. I don't know, they jumping like fucking crazy. But the fighting system in this game really annoying because when screen turning red, it's mean I'm cooked because sometimes I can't just turn around quickly. Like, I don't know, my character doesn't react when I'm trying to hit the other spot. I barely survived the attack and thought it's okay, but then this small sneaky motherfucker jumped on me from the other side of the screen. And my death cost me 13 grand. What the fuck, am I living in America? Well, I'm out of energy, so basically I'm cooked, so I just took my cheese. And first time I got some ore from the river, and it was easier than I thought. I also need to sell my diamond, and then I can go to sleep. And the day when I actually gathered wood and wanted to upgrade my coop, the robin was closed. Whatever, I can just open some chests. I'm always happy when I get coffee, it's the main fuel in my life and in the game. I got mega bomb! I told you guys, mystery box is the best item in the game, because from geodes I get only fucking stones. Oh my god, it's a rainbow prismatic shard! I heard it's really useful because you can use it like universal present. Okay fellas, time to donation, but not for poor kids in Africa, for me, link in the description, and by the way, to museum also. And all what I get for rare rainbow shard is a fucking chair and statue of beer. I wanted to complete the winter bundle in the community center, so I went to the frozen level because I thought it could be helpful, spoiler it's not. I erected a beer statue to experience the most brutal sleep paralysis and remember what loser I am. And I almost totally forgot about my cheese. Finally, I realized that I can dig stuff out with my hoe and I can get some winter seeds. That's mean that garden is getting back. I always knew I could do this, but for some reason I kept putting it off. I found a snow yam because of it, and I've completely finished the craft room. And I got 30 winter seeds and brand new room here. Finally I can get upgrade for my coop, and I found more seeds on the beach, and not only seeds, also shells, and some trash from the crab pots. In the other side I found sea urchin, corals, and some dried starfish. And because I ordered an upgrade, I'm out of wood, but it's extremely helpful resource, so I need some just for case. And now, because of community center seeds and my hoe, I can make my garden great again. During the night, spirits of the forest repaired my breach. Then I decided to open some of mystery box and geode that I got, and I got a beautiful pearl from it. But Museum didn't want my pearl, he want only dried starfish. Yappy! I got a skeleton for it. Which reaction did the developer expected? I got to work to collect 100 pieces of this bones because it sounded easy, and digged out winter root from the ground. The bridge has given me access to a large amount of easily mined ore. This is excellent. Have you seen the prices of coal? And there is a fast travel even to the bus stop. The rest of the day I spent in the mines because I need the bones. So whole time I spent grinding and get some money from it. By the way, Pearl was really expensive. Quest from Wizard to bring him Void Essence right away. And I get work report from Robin. That means she ended the coup. I bring him Essence, it got 1000, that's it. But the most awesome part that I found at Traveling Merchant, and I got red cabbage for community center and even truffle. It costs some money, but for me it's nothing, you know. So I put my cheese into producing process and came to complete some bundles. I got only one, but that cost it anyway. But I spent so many time just to get cakes. As usual, I went to the cave just to farm. And it can be profitable, especially when you're finding diamonds. I spent a lot of time there, but I almost died when I met the two flying heads and I barely escaped. Though after recovery I went back to mine some ore. It's very convenient, I don't have that much time, so I just selling everything I don't need it. Farming and mining usually bring me 10k if it's a good day. You can say that you are a free person when your day begin with fishing. I needed to take a walk around the city. On the way, I discovered geode. For the museum, I bring Dwarf Scroll 4 and some stuff. For that, they have given me a draw block and Dravish translator guide. It's give you ability to understand Chinese. I met Penny again on the street with the kids and gave her a watermelon to make new ones as soon as possible. For Helly, no presents today because she already got 2 per week. On the way, I bought 2 ducks of course because I upgraded the coop only for this purpose. And I bought additional auto grabber because I'm rich and I don't care. Rest of the day as usual mines, and you won't believe it, but I killed skeleton and I got prismatic shard. This means that I have 2 gifts that greatly increase love points as I understand it. Meanwhile, I had hopes to finish work with bones and collect 100, but I didn't have enough time. I have noticed it only now, but I got 8 level of combat and I got slime incubator. What? And invitation to new festival, but I will come only because of free coffee. BTV, here you can see my little cuties ducks. As at the beginning of the game, the top road bears fruit. Winter seeds and a weird book. I don't know what to do with this. I went to the mines again and don't ask me why, because samurai doesn't have a goal, he has only a path. You know, I like that fact that at least ore is respawning or something, because I found a new emerald here and I'm really glad because it's additional money. But to be honest, diamonds better. But the most sad thing for me that's your crystal spawning only on the top levels, at least that's the only place where I can find them. So I need to go up time to time, you know. If you wonder why, it's because your crystals, it's a main component at least for everything useful in this game. For chess machine, mayonnaise machine, and stuff like this. As a traditional, I sold out frozen geodes like an idiot and I got 9000. As you can see, I got a lot of quality sprinklers, so it's actually really good when I'm finding new seeds, and I'm gonna plant what I have found yesterday. As a tradition, when I finished to do my manual mayonnaise, I converted to Islam and started to create explosive ammo and bombs. And actually I was wondering because it was really cheap, and bombs more cheaper than explosive ammo. By the way, it's more easy to use and it has more power. As you already can realize, with my combat skills, I can die really quickly in the mines without food, so it's necessary to cook something, and I'm really glad that I have this winter stuff, because, you know, I think that roast platter is the best dish in this game, because it's very cheap and has a lot of energy, health, and also give you bonus attack. What can be fucking better? That's really a shame that I realized that you need to bring hoe whenever you go, every time with you, because I got a lot of stuff only because of it, and it's only during winter arc. And I found an ancient doll, and I want to tell that it's like reference to the Terraria. And if you will bring it to the magma, you will get an achievement, as I can remember. But not in this game, because in this game I totally forgot about it. You know, I really don't appreciate these big long quests, because my small brain used to short dopamine paths. Somewhere I have found an ancient seed, and without knowing it, I needed to donate it into museum, and I got for it ancient seeds. Wow! And I've came to festival to get free coffee, but then I realized there is no free coffee till 5 p.m. God damn it, I can't wait so long, I'm gonna die! And you know, just to distract my attention from this topic, I need to raise up some cheeks. It appears that nobody loves the winter berries, and I'm wondering why. At least Helly always kind to me until I got presents for her. Fuck, I am a simp. As you already realized, I got a lot of things to do before the event. So I just mining some ore, and I got a witch head from the ground, and it's really looking cool. I am a witch now. And there was a merchant who has a lot of Christmas decorations, and you know, I really like these canes, these Christmas canes. I always dreamed about them in my childhood, but I was in place where it's not appreciated. So when I see it, I always buying it. Thanks for coffee, by the way, it's really free. You know, my mom really wants a grandchild, and I don't have much time, so I decided to give out my rainbow shard to the penny. She became eventually the first in my list. The next merchant has really unique and weird stuff, but mostly I got a lot of this. So all I can do, and I don't know why do we need catalog, by the way, but I need only a green tea because it gives speed and max energy, and I like speed. And here I have found a great painter, and I wonder if I'm living in Argentina because he reminds me someone from Austria. But the most cool part was a submarine, and technically it means I can fish underwater. I always dreamed about this, and about sex also. And I have found some spookfish, that looks really spooky, and midnight squid, but I think I can do it even without submarine. I'm just lazy. I wasn't ready for underwater fishing yesterday, but now I have time to prepare, and after 5 p.m. I can go there again. On my way in the festival shop I found lobster biscuit that give additional bonus to fishing, and it's 3 points. That's really extremely cool. And this day I got a new fish, blobfish, and it looks kinda dope. And also on my way I got a lot of sea cucumbers, and I didn't glad because of it, like, you know, I need something unique today, bro. But my general count was cucumbers, blobfish, midnight squidwards, and spooky fish. The next morning, Gunther from the museum came to me and said that thanks to me, they received an award and funding. But all I got for my month of hard work was a rusty key. Seriously, where are my fucking money, you worthless rat? Today one my guess better than another because for me came Marine, and she said I'm trying to train my goat to say hello and I need a cave carrot for it. Okay, whatever, I just will do my work. At least because of all my presents she got a special recipe for me. And Clint needed one iron bar from me, so I will bring it. As you can remember, I got a lot of cave carrots, so it wasn't a problem for me to complete this task. But all what I actually needed is increase the friendship points to get in her room and got lucky pants of Lewis. Actually, it's small routine, but that's the first time when I get mystery boxes from mystery box. It's like endless mystery box type shit. This time I've brought a normal present for Emily. For Halle I already got 2 per week. Iridium ore appeared in the night store. I heard it the best, but I couldn't find it in a regular mine. This game is so deep in your Minecraft, you can find diamonds in 15-20 minutes if you want to. The last day of deep diving fishing, and actually there is nothing special against squidwards, bulbfish, cucumbers and stuff. Day 102. A letter about the last and most important event for me. I need to prepare a gift for the secret friend. And here I go, the first harvest during entire winter. From this stuff of course I crafted more wild seeds because I'm a good tree and I give a lot of fruit. So whole my garden was full of seeds. Finally, my ducks are grown up, so I will complete this stuff real quick. I found a new bubbles around my cell box, and I'm not tired of repeating how fucking convenient it is. Okay, finally it's time to get back pants of the Lewis, because you know, they little bit smell. And I really don't like that, but despite all my efforts, Penny's still very cold to me, despite we got a lot of points of friendship. And I think Penny the coldest character of this game, because you know, despite Haley arrogant at the start, our relationship is really developing. Like, she's more talking with me, she requires help and stuff, she listens to my advice. But Penny called it all. She didn't really talk to me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I have no idea. But you know, girls doesn't matter when you have a great times with the bombs in the mines. And unfortunately, I'm hurting myself. Need to put my stuff in the chest. You know, it's not a big deal, but it's honest work. You know, it's really great that I picked up some quartz in the mines because grandma needed it. I don't know why, but okay, no question. I opening some cases in CS. I have no time for commentaries, guys. I tried to use weapon to main ore because some guys said it's cool, but I have no clue how to aim this shit properly. And you know, big bombs cheaper in the producing, and they got bigger radius, and you don't need to aim it. And I still get decent amount of money only because of farming. 104th day I got Duck's Eggs. Finally! I wanna say, guys, finally I did it. I fucking did it, almost 12 guides. Yeah, guys, I know my friendship bundle isn't complete yet, but to be honest, I think it's more like a side quest, because all main shit I completed. I got a greenhouse now, so what can be better? So think what you want, I count it like a success, and I think I completed what I can in the first year. BTV, my okay opinion, duck mayonnaise cans look a little bit goofy. And the most interesting part that I didn't even read that I will got a greenhouse for it, so I was quite surprised when at night I have saw this cutscene. Suddenly I got a quest to bring 10 hardwood to Robin, so get to work. So I went into the secret forest and there is a lot of stuff under the ground. That's real tasty animations. And I got winter rods, rare and desirable snow yam, and winter rod again. I chopped everything I could, but it wasn't enough. Now I got opportunity to grow everything I want in any time of the season. Again, forgot about fruits, there is a plenty. I went to the caves trying to find hardwood and I got 2 instantly from the first barrel I have found. I've brought it as soon as I could, and it's really nice to help others. The first time in the mines I encountered a king of the slimes, but I think I was a little bit too overpowered for this little cutie. I wanted to make my time as efficient as possible, so I used the tent this day. Then I did the smartest thing in my life, because I decided to craft a chest. Because of these actions I can spend more time lurking in the mines, and I still trying to use my explosive ammo properly. The most sad thing for me that callbacks don't respawn, so I don't feel this excitement of opening something new anymore. You know, magma level's really hard for me, so I need a new weapon. And I think lava katana is perfect for my needs. The most interesting part for me was when I found a secret cave with a secret mines. And you know, it looks like a usual level, but actually stone here is really hard to mine. And as it requires a lot of efforts just to get through, I think I need to upgrade my pickaxe firstly. As I can see everything that requires to grow garden and a lot of seeds in my stock, so I decided to use the greenhouse finally. I use everything I could. Just for diversity, I got a quest to collect 100 bug guts for Willy. I like this quest because I can feel really chill and overpowered when shoot everything I could. I used the usual ladder and accidentally went to the secret mines with skeleton and tough rocks, and I don't know how it's happening. And actually there is nothing special except slimes of weird colors. And there is 2 ladders, probably one leading to the continuing and one leading back. But I don't have bombs and my pickaxe really sucks in this. There is nothing better than the smell of larvae in the morning. This day was entirely devoted to work, and by the end of it, I had collected 41 pieces of meat. Not bad. To be honest, I don't want to work when my days are coming to an end. Let's do something more interesting instead. At my doors was a grandma and she brought something special to me. It's a garden pot and it's really useful, I thought. And today event soon will be started, so I just looking around my house, you know, looking at this old stuff that I got, a candy, a tree, atmosphere is fulfilling the emptiness, and I got a lot of items, I accomplished a lot of, and that's really memorable somehow. The event began and I caught myself thinking that it was also similar to the start but a completely different setting. What makes that moment special, so I need to talk with everyone. At the first I was really disappointed when I found out that my secret friend is a male, but Harley really nice intelligent man, what can I do? Then it's happened, and I was really wondering about that my special friend is Harley. Wow, that's really nice because we got a lot of friendship points and I give out presents for her every fucking week. And do you know what I get from box? Fucking shell. Fucking shell that you can grab for free from the fucking beach. My character liked this gesture, but I didn't. Excuse me, but I always took the initiative and I could have gotten something better than seashells if she hadn't spent all her money on cosmetic. And you know, I wanted to make my last day special, so I decided to buy a lot of decorated things for my house and yard. After the event in the city ended, my personal event had just begun. I've put a beautiful Christmas table, chair for it, red rug, window in my darkest room, and axe. And I will end this video. If not after great disappointment, I will found a real brilliant in this town. As I promised you guys, I wanna marry, so I can't stop right now. But Holly actually looks really happy when I'm coming to her, at least by now. But then, quite by chance, I wandered into Pierre's house and there was Abigail playing games. A girl gamer! If only I had known earlier. She couldn't pass the level and needed my help, so we started playing, but not with my controller. I didn't take it seriously and immediately lost 2 lives. I couldn't lose face in front of a woman, and I started to sweating like crazy, controlling every my single movement, shooting at every side which can be possibly dangerous to me, and running like crazy. I started shooting in the all fucking sides and screaming and yelling and just praying that it all will be ended soon, because I really don't want to die. That's my last life, guys. I really sweated. Oh my god, I almost got it, and I was teleported from one side to another. That was unexpected. It was really close, guys. Guys, if I didn't do this, you know what I'm gonna do with myself. Oh my god, my MS is out, so no, fucking shit. Did you saw this? That was so fucking close. No, I need a shotgun. Nice. I will leave. Can you see the timer? It's so fucking long. I'm gonna die from the. I go down from the old. Oh my god, guys. I couldn't hold it. At the end I said baby, it was easy, and we started kissing. And then I woke up. I got so caught up in the Christmas spirit that I ended up giving everyone gifts to make them happy. I never been drinking in my life and I'm not going to, so I just bought to myself a coffee just to spend a beautiful Christmas evening in the tavern. The next day I gave the diamond to Linus. I just wanted to see if something special would happen to my friend, and he would start his own farm that would be cooler than mine. But no, it didn't even affect it seriously on our points of friendship. But actually something has happened, because I received a quest from him and even with a ticket as a reward. You know, I gave away too much presents, so I got new cookie recipes from the villagers, and that's cool, that's nice, that's sweet. At the end, I went crazy with sadness because I didn't want to say goodbye to all the residents, so I bought myself an aquarium. It's really beautiful and fills the void in my soul. So I lived full year, and there is Kent, and he just went to see me, you know, to meet with me. Then Leah gave me a special gift with sculpture with a very special symbol, and I really appreciated it. Really, thank you. It looks special. Then Jody invited me to their dinner, but you know, I already completed more than 100 days, so I just put my special present. And I can say, you guys, if you want to see my dinner with Jody, you really need to support this video hard. Thanks for everyone who watched it till the end. You're really crazy, guys. Bye bye.